I've been at this for around 30 years, and I've seen a few things along the way. I've been a developer, been sysadmin ever since the 1960s. If you were to sample the developer pool, you would find that over half of them would have been in the industry for less than 5 years. So back in 2009, Patrick Dubois stood on stage and said the word DevOps for the first time. Before then, it was operations, it was system administration. Some of us were making our own tools, our own pipelines, our own automation. One of the really important books to read is this one. It's Accelerate by Gene Kim, Jez Humble, Nicole Forsgren. So this book talks about the research that's really gone in to understanding what is important to software delivery. But what's the purpose of a test? A lot of people think that the purpose of a test is to show that what I've done works, and they're wrong. The point of a test is to make sure that somebody else's future change doesn't break what I just built. True DevOps is actually cultural in nature, and it brings everybody on board to encompass all of these ideas. Really important thing here. They're talking about you cannot improve alone. I love the quote. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. But also Westrom's organizational culture. So Westrom is a very interesting paradigm to talk about. Westrom's typology of organizations identifies three main organizational types. You have the pathological, the bureaucratic, and the generative. And based on those words alone, I have a preference for being generative, right? I don't want to be bureaucratic, and I don't want to be pathological, right? Neither of those really work for me. One reason is Murphy's Law is wrong. It's not what can go wrong will go wrong. It's more like what can go wrong normally goes right until 3 or more things go wrong at the same time. Now Murphy's Law looks correct. Where we've had a monolith and we've broken our monolith apart into what we thought was microservices. So what did we do? Well, we took our objects from our ORM in our database, and we said, oh, I now have a user service. I now have a product service. I now have, right? I have these objects, and I've turned these objects into individual services. You've not built what you have for scale. Instead of going from a monolith to microservices, you've gone from a monolith to a distributed monolith.